and welcome back to the Dungeon of Bad Decisions. This is the 54th installment of Anna Types to Explain Things. I'm your host, Anna, and this week's topic is my favorite spells in 5e. Wearing Marvel leggings. They used to be my sister's, now they're mine. They're super comfy. So, my favorite spells in 5e. Not necessarily as practical a list as it is in Pathfinder, because a lot of what I talked about in Pathfinder, like the basic spells, do carry over to 5e, because they've been in pretty much all of the editions. But I wanted to talk about some other spells that I do like that I don't think are in Pathfinder. If they are, you can correct me. But I never, use them or saw them. But to be fair, some of them come with classes that, I never played in Pathfinder. So one of my favorites is Vicious Mockery, which you can get as a bard. It's a cantrip. Basically, you just yell insults, and you do like a d4 psychic damage. It's a cantrip. It's not super powerful, but it's funny, especially for roleplay stuff. My go-to tends to be, Monty Python's "Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries," or your father was a hamster and your mother smelled of I can't remember which one it is. Anyways, second favorite, Shillelagh. It's a druid cantrip. The only reason I even know about it or have ever used it is because there's a warlock pack called Tome of the Shadows where you can get free cantrips from whatever class you want. So I was looking through them and I was like, hey, Shillelagh, what does that do? It turns a stick into basically a magical weapon that does like a d8 of damage no matter what it originally did. So I got my poking stick, which I always carry with me. It's and I can cast Shillelagh on it as a bonus action and then whack anybody who comes near me. It's great. Especially considering I don't have much of an AC. Third one is one I call Poison Puff. It's actually Poison Cloud. Another cantrip. It's got a range of like 10 feet. But it does a d12. And it's a range attack, and I've never gotten it to work, but I'm desperate for it because it's hilarious. You're literally just breathing a cloud of poison at somebody, and I just like the idea of just like, d12 damage. Healing Word is useful. I like that one a lot. Up until this edition, there wasn't really a way to do long range healing for your party. Like, clerics could do like channel energy, and they could do, positive energy to heal their party. But there wasn't anything that non-divine casters could use, or non-clerics even. So Healing Word is really great, because you can hit multiple members of your party. It's basically channel energy, but for everyone. Witch Bolt, also a lot of fun, first level spell. It basically, you hit somebody with lightning, and then for the next, several rounds, I don't remember how many, once you hit them, you have to hit them first, but once you hit them, you do repeat amounts of, electrical damage to them, which is, it's useful. I like it a lot. It's a great spell because you can just keep doing damage. Back to things that amuse me. Gaseous Form. It's what level is it? It's a 3rd level spell. And it amuses the hell out of me because you're literally turning yourself or someone else into a gas cloud, and you can't do much. Your movement speed is 10 feet. You can't use any of your shit on you because it's also all gaseous, but you can basically wander through any cracks or whatever, and you can't be attacked. And it's kind of like invisibility, except you're also vaguely incorporeal, and everybody can see you. You're just this gas puff that's just wandering around super slow. It's really funny. Another set of, this is actually a genre of spells that I've discovered in 5e that's just hilarious to me, is the whole Tiny Hut, Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, all those insta-house spells, because they're just hilarious to me. Because that was never a thing in 3.5 or Pathfinder. There were a bunch of homebrew spells that I've seen, but there's never really anything like that, just these tiny insta-shelters outside of some things that certain druids could do in some of the expansions. It's just, I don't know why. It's just so funny, especially some of the names like Tiny Hut, which is literally just a tiny protective bubble for slightly lower levels. And it's useful, yeah, because an insta-shelter is super useful in games where your DM's going for super realism and you got weather and shit to deal with. Or you just, you don't want to attract attention with your, whatever, your campfire, or get people inside. It's just funny. Also the phrase Tiny Hut. That's just really funny. Thanks again to my patrons, Holly John and Tark, Average Adventures, and to Blizzard Shark, Game Master's Nightmare. Links to my socials down below in the description. Roll 20s, y'all.